Ready.
Hello children, your Arun sir standing in front of our building, school building. You can see how nice our school building is there. Nowadays, class is not going on, students are not there, and we teachers are here. What a nice garden we have got. In school, what a nice garden. Nah, nice plant. Dear children, see what a nice flower, nice plant. This this plant, what a beautiful it is looking. And dear children, some part of the plant is below the ground, inside the ground, and some is above the ground. Whatever is below that forms root system, and whatever is above the ground that forms shoot system. And you can see the parts of the shoot system, leaf, flower, stem, they are the part of the shoot system because they are above the ground. It means you have understood that standard 8 I am going to teach flower. That day introduction of the flower I have given, and today I am going to show you the different parts. So dear children, that day I have taught that a complete flower has 4 parts: calyx, corolla, endoecium and gynoecium. Complete flower. Is it a complete flower? Yes, this is a complete flower. The name of this flower is China rose. Biological term is Hibiscus rosa. Biological term. In scientific word it is called Hibiscus rosa or udhul. Dear children, that day we discussed that first word is the calyx, and calyx is green in color. See this part, this part is green in color. So this is the calyx. And what is the function of this green part? I have told, since it is green, so it will do the work of photosynthesis and will provide nutrition to this flower. And while the flower is in the bud form I have told, while the flower is in the bud form, this calyx protects the young flower. That also I have told that it is a reproductive shoot. And calyx is green in color. Calyx you must have seen. Now corolla, second word is the corolla, and corolla is the most beautiful part of the flower. Corolla. It is colored to attract the insects I have discussed, and you can see this beautiful part. This is the corolla. Whole whorl is the corolla, and 1 unit of corolla is petal. This 1 unit is sepal, and 1 unit of corolla is petal. And male and female part, you can see this yellow part. This is the male part, and male part is called as androecium. Androecium. And I am sure now this symbol you have understood, symbol of male part. Male part is the androecium, and 1 unit of androecium, stamen. And fourth word is the gynoecium. Gynoecium, you can see this this part is the gynoecium, and gynoecium is the female part. Gynoecium is the female part. This symbol understood. Gynoecium is the female part, and 1 unit of gynoecium is pistil or carpel. So dear children, you have seen this 4 whorls, and 4 whorls are there in a complete flower. And I have told that these um, corolla means petal are beautiful to attract the insects for pollination. Now a question arises in my mind. To attract the insect, it is colored, and the flower which blooms in the night are white, that part is clear. But why insect will be attracted towards the flower? What they will get? Do you know? They go here to search food. In search of food they go. What is the food of those insects? Nectar. Understood? Nectar. And where the nectar is present, inside this, the nectar is present. A type of sweet juice. By that sweet juice only, honey is made, not tasted honey. How sweet it is. That honey is made by this nectar. And there may be one question, name a flower where nectaries are prominent. Which flower? Nasturtium. Yeah, Nasturtium is the flower where the nectaries are prominent. Now, dear children, this part is clear. Now, one more thing I will like to explain. See this part, just below this, means here in flower you can see such part. Not necessary that it is present in each and every flower. This part, lower part, dantal, yes, stalk or pedicel. What it is called? Stalk or pedicel. And if it is not present in a flower, then that flower is called sessile. What that is called? Sessile. It is not necessary that stalk is present in each and every flower. If it is present, okay, all right. If not present, then it is called sessile. So this is the stalk, and this cup-shaped structure, just upper part of the stalk you can see cup-shaped structure. Read or not, I have sent the copy of the scanning of the book also, page also. What that cup-shaped part is called? That cup-shaped part is called thalamus. What that is called? Thalamus. And on thalamus only the floral parts come out. Means, and that is one important question. You know it. Draw a diagram showing a typical flower. On this only you can see this way. This is the female part, and outside the female part, such type of parts are there. You can see the diagram. Such type of parts are there. And here, this way it is. And means this is thalamus, this is stalk, this is female part. Female part means one unit, pistil or carpel. And let me show the petals also. So, you have seen these are the petals. And where is the sepal? Naturally, down the petal will be the sepal. Let me show the sepal also. Sepal is green in color. Petal, colored part, male part, female part. Now, one thing I will like to say, In each and every flower, male and female part is there. What interesting now? That in one flower, male and female both part is present. In animal, male and female both part is present. I am talking boy and girl both in a single body. Very interesting to know, na? Not possible. But there are certain animals. There are certain animals which contain both the part, male and female both part. Those animals are called as hermaphrodite or bisexual. Can you name any animal which is hermaphrodite or bisexual? That is earthworm, leech. But earthworm and leech, they are hermaphrodite or bisexual. It doesn't mean that male and female both parts are functional together. Either it will behave, at a time it will behave like a male, or at a time it will behave like female. Same is the case in the flower. Flower may be male, flower may be female, flower may be bisexual, means hermaphrodite. So, this is diagram of a bisexual flower, hermaphrodite flower. It means which contain male and female both part. So, in my hand, hibiscus rosa or China rose, it is an example of bisexual flower. And dear children, you may be asked to draw a diagram showing bisexual flower. Now, detail of the male and female part, let us discuss. Male part is the androecium. Male part is the androecium. This part. One unit is called what? Forgot. One unit of androecium, whole whorl is the male part, and one unit of androecium is called as stamen. And dear children, if the flower contain only male part, it is called staminate flower. And if flower contain only female part, it is called pistillate flower. And if flower contain both part, it is called as bisexual flower. Not seen that papaya plant. Sometimes we plant papaya. Flower comes, but no fruit. Yes, it happens that there are flower in the papaya, but fruit do not take place. Fruit is not there. That is male flower. And in male, this fruit will not come out. In female papaya plant only, fruit will come out. So watermelon, papaya, they are the unisexual flower, unisexual plant, means they contain either male part or female part. And certain flower are bisexual and certain flower are neuter flower. Knowing neuter flower, neither male nor female, transgender. Can you name any neuter flower? Transgender flower, neuter flower? Yes, sunflower, ray florets of sunflower. That is neuter flower, means neither male nor female. So these examples very, very important, may be asked in examination, that name a neuter flower, and the neuter flower is ray florets of sunflower. Now, we are talking about androecium, the male part, whose one unit is called as stamen. And dear children, this is detailed diagram of stamen. See now, this yellow part, this whole whorl is called as androecium, and one is called as stamen. Very small, you can see, one is called as stamen. And this is diagram of stamen. Now dear children, this stamen, two parts are there, lower part and upper part. This lower part, is called as filament. What it is called? Filament. And this bilobed part, bilobed means two lobes are there. You can see now. Two lobes are there, bilobed part. And this bilobed part is called as, what it is called? Anther. Anther. And anther is bilobed, means two lobes are there. Bilobed. Two parts are there. And dear children, stamen contain two important parts, anther and filament. What is the function of filament? Filament holds the anther. Filament reaches nutrition. Nutrition is reached to the anther because anther also require nutrition. It holds the anther and nutrition is reached to the anther by the help of filament. And what is anther? I have told bilobed part, this yellow part, anther, you can see. Let me show the detail of the anther. If possible, I will show in biology lab. Let us cut it. From here, I have cut one section made, and that if I will put on a slide and keep it and observe under a microscope, or if we will cut it, how it will seen, how it will be seen. This two lobed anther is there, four chambers will be there. See here. Means one lobe contain two chambers. So there are two lobes. Naturally it will contain four chambers. And see here, four chambers are there. If we will cut this part, this way it can be seen. And inside this, some powdery material is there. Some powdery material is there. That I will show, that can be seen only by the help of microscope. But here, you can feel that while we touch flower, certain sticky substance or sticky material stick to our finger. That is the pollen grain. What that is? Pollen grain. Very important part. That is the pollen grain. And pollen grain is the male gamete. Pollen grain is male gamete. And male gamete means male sex cell or sperm. So if I will ask you, name the sperm of the flower is the pollen grain. Name the male gamete of the flower. Male gamete means cell. Male sex cell of the flower, you will say pollen grain. And dear children, if that pollen grain is seen by the help of microscope, it will be like this. Two layers are there. Outer layer is rough, which you will read in higher classes. Outer layer is rough, is called as exine. Inner layer is smooth, called as intine. And it contains a nucleus, means it is a cell. It contains nucleus, and nucleus contain male gamete, means sperm. So this yellow powdery material is present in these four chambers, and one lobe contains two chambers in which pollen grains are present. And while the insect visit the flower in search of nectar, these pollen grains stick to their wings, or these pollen grains, by the help of air, by the help of wind, by the help of water, it goes from one place to male flower to female flower, and that transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of the flower is called, what it is called? Pollination. And after pollination only male and female gamete fuses, and after the fusion of male and female gamete, what is formed? Zygote. So dear children, this male part is clear. Now, androecium means stamen is clear. Let us go to the female part. Female part is gynoecium. Gynoecium, and I have told, let us see the detail of the gynoecium. What does the gynoecium contain? Yes, gynoecium is like this. There are three parts of gynoecium. This part, and this part. Three important parts of gynoecium. Gynoecium is the whorl, and one unit of gynoecium is called as pistil or carpel. Let me discuss what the upper part is called. Stigma. What it is called? Style. And this is stigma, style and ovary. Dear children, don't think if I will ask you, what do you mean about a style? Don't do like this, sir, this is a style. No, a style means the middle part of the pistil or carpel, and pollen grain lands here. This is the female part of the flower. Pollen grain lands here. The upper part of the pistil is the stigma, middle part is style, and lower part is the ovary. Now dear children, what does the ovary contain? What is there in the ovary? In ovary, ovules are there. What is there? Ovules. Ovules means what? Ovules means eggs. Yes, in plants also eggs are there. And in human also eggs are formed. In animal also egg is there. That is the female gamete. In plant it is called as ovule. In animal simple egg or female gamete. Or ovum. Egg, female gamete, female sex cell or ovum. Same thing. So this is the female gamete. So this is the part of the pistil or carpel, means female part. So dear children, what we have studied today, only just seen that 4 parts, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, and that is present only in the bisexual flower. We have discussed that calyx and corolla are the accessory part or helping part, and this androecium and gynoecium is the reproductive part. And reproductive part takes place in reproduction. Male part is androecium. Androecium, one unit is called as stamen. Stamen contain filament and anther. Anther contain the pollen grain, the male sex cell. And female part of the flower is the gynoecium. Whole whorl is the gynoecium. One unit of gynoecium is pistil or carpel. The parts of the pistil are stigma, style and ovary. Ovary contains the female gamete. The female gamete is the egg or ovum or female sex cell, and this part is clear. We have discussed that the insects visit flower to find nectaries. A plant where nectaries are prominent, that is nasturtium. What is pollination? We have discussed. A flower which blooms during night are white in color and strongly scented, that we have discussed. So learn these parts. In the next video we will discuss about the next part. Thank you very much.